Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to this video. This video, we wanted to focus on the dollar dominance debate, and we wanted to understand as to what is the global cost of a weak dollar and what are the global ramifications. So when we are talking about the global cost of a weaker dollar, 2 decades ago, the phrase like the dollar is our currency, but your problem defined America's monetary dominance. Today, that sentiment is being tested like never before. Recent reports in dailies like Financial Times and Wall Street Journal have painted a sobering picture for the US dollar. The US dollar, long seen as the world's financial bedrock, is under pressure not just from the market forces but also from policy choices that are rattling investor confidence. At the heart of the shift is the administration's aggressive tariff regime and its ambivalence towards dollar's important role. Despite a partial reversal in the tariff, the IC dollar index has fallen over 8% in 2025, its worst start in almost 4 decades, prompting both tactical market reactions and deeper strategic questions about the future of the greenback. So let's talk about the global ramifications. When we are talking about exports, exporters in both Europe and Japan are taking a double hit: weakened dollar earnings and US tariffs. Companies like Toyota, Prada, Campari, and Harris Tweed are feeling the squeeze. When we are talking about the luxury and the consumer brands, they're especially vulnerable as stronger local currencies dent margins and reduce pricing competitiveness in the US. Let's come to the central banks next. Now, central banks across Europe and Asia are being pushed towards rate cuts to counter the sudden strength in their currencies, raising fears of renewed deflation, especially in Europe. This brings us to the tourism and the trade flows, which may slow as the currency shift makes US less attractive for inbound travel and outbound purchasing power contracts globally. Yet, for all the speculation around de-dollarization, there remains no credible alternative. The euro is politically fragmented, the Chinese currency lacks convertibility, and the other options, for example, the Swiss franc, are too small to scale. The dollar remains embedded in nearly 90% of the global FX transactions and in over 60% of international reserves. So what we are observing is that what's changing is not the system, yet there is a change in the sentiment. For decades, the strength of the US dollar reflected not just economic performance but trust in governance, in policy consistency, and in America's role as a global anchor. This trust is now wavering. The analysts warn that even if the dollar retains its reserve status, its value and its confidence that it commands may be in structural decline. Now, as the investors reassess their portfolios and policymakers navigate volatile capital flows, we are reminded of Walter Wriston's famous words: "Capital goes where it's welcome and stays where it is well treated." The question today is, how welcome does capital feel in US today? Now, this is what we wanted to share with you in this particular video. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Do stay tuned in for more. Thank you.